Well, yes, indeed. This is an aspen tree behind me, and there's no aspen trees at Lake Powell. So if you got that clue, good on you. I am not at Lake Powell right now. I am back up in the north. So what happened? My trip kind of just got chopped off right in the middle. I'll tell you what happened, what took place. So, you saw I hiked Surprise Canyon, and just as I was coming back to the truck, these two guys on motorcycles pulled up, and one of them had a hiker on the back who was in noticeable, visible heat distress. And they're like, "Hey, we found this guy. He's a mess, and we got to get him out of the sun and get him some help here. Can you take him and get him in the shade at least?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, I can take him." So I got him a bottle of water, and we started kind of getting him all situated, getting his pack and stuff in my truck. The other motorcycle guy had his backpack, and the guy was backpacking from Canyonlands. I think he said to Zion's or somewhere like that. He said he was on a 600-mile hike. Now, that's just crazy to me, 600 miles. And what was more crazy was he looked like he was on a day trip to me. I mean, his shoes were just all raggedy. He'd cut the back heel part of them out, and there was just a sole there. They looked like beat up old Vans or something. He did not look like a guy who was prepared to do a 600-mile hike. I don't know what somebody who's prepared to do a 600-mile hike looks like, but it did not look like that. So I got him in the truck, and me and the motorcycle guys kind of parted ways, and it was like, "Well, where are you trying to get to? And I'll get you someplace." So he said, "Well, I want to get to Boulder." So I said, "Okay, that's through the Burr Trail, and I'll get you to Boulder." So we start driving through, and as his story starts unfolding, he's kind of all over the place. But I'm like, "Well, what's your plan? Where are you going now?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. Now my plans have all changed. I'm giving up on this through hike, and so I don't know where I'm going to go." So I said, "All right, whatever." So he starts talking about he wants to just get a motel room or whatever for a couple of days and recover and kind of get a plan sorted out. So I'm like, "Well, you're not going to find a motel at Boulder. I don't know what you think Boulder is, but it's not a place that has motels. It's a tiny little white spot in the road." So, we start talking. I'm like, "Well, you could," he's like, "I don't know, maybe I'll go west, maybe I'll go north." He just had no plan. And so I'm like, "Well, if you go west, from Boulder, it's 30 or 40 miles over to Escalante, and it's more of the same, just heat and sun and rock, and you're not going to do well out there. And if you're trying to get up to Torrey, which is where you could get a motel room, then you got to go up over the mountain." So he finally decides, "Well, yeah, I'll try Torrey." So I'm like, "All right, I'll take you to Torrey." So that's a fair chunk of me pointed back towards Salt Lake. So we go up over the mountain, get to Torrey, and I basically dropped him off there at the motel. There's 2 motels in Torrey. So I was like, "Well, all right, here's your motel, man. Good luck." I mean, I didn't feel great about leaving him like that, but I didn't feel like totally irresponsible, because the guy had been living in the desert out of his backpack for I don't know how many days. He said he started in Canyonlands. He said he hiked through the Henry Mountains, and he was 10 days or 15 days or something into his trip. He kind of smelled like it. So, but I did drop him at Torrey and went about my business and came home. So I don't know, did I do the right thing? Whatever. It's not, the guy isn't really my responsibility, but I got him to safety. I got him up to Resources. He was going to go into the gas station there and get a Subway sandwich at the Subway and ponder his life choices, I guess. So that's why my trip got short. And I was having a great trip. I was hiking, I was pointing the camera at everything, just enjoying the empty desert, and everything was in bloom, and it was great. So it got chopped a little short, and that's why I'm up here in the north. So the next stop for me is back down to the city to work on the Jeep a little bit, and then I'm going to a motocross race with the kids this weekend, and then I'll be heading back up to the Pacific Northwest. So I suspect, real truly now, the next time you see me, I'll be back up in Washington.